Hey you guys, it's your girl T, and tonight has been such a crazy night. You know, if you guys have been on Facebook with me, initially when I came on there, I was talking about the whole coach bag situation. I was getting ready to make a video, and my girl down in Georgia, one of my real good friends, she called me and was like, T, turn on the TV, Zimmerman just got off. And honestly, I couldn't believe it. I was just like, what? Come on, Florida. You know, that was on my first thought, like, what the hell is going on? Then after it sinked in, the tears started rolling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel bad about this whole situation. You know, I feel like I was one of the first YouTubers who came out with the video about the whole Trayvon situation. I talked about it on my channel several times. I talked about when Obama said if he had a son, he would look like Trayvon. I addressed the whole Rachel Gentile situation. And even just as recently as 24 hours ago, 2 days ago, something like that, uploaded a video about the whole angry Trayvon Martin app. And this whole situation really hurts. It bothers me because it's just so many dynamics to this story. You know, one, this man who took another person's life is free on a bullshit law like stand your ground. You know, I guess it just really wakes me up to the injustices of the justice system. You know, people always ask me, why do you always say the justice system is a joke? Why do you think it's bullshit? The justice system to me is a joke possibly because I'm a vlogger. So I get sent so many stories and I see so many things that maybe you're not seeing or you're missing. Because if I wasn't a vlogger, I wouldn't know half these stories. But let me just take you back to a couple cases that just kind of really bother me with how their verdicts came out. So back in 2012, there was a woman from Jacksonville, Florida. Her name was Marissa Alexander. And basically, she was found guilty. And they sentenced her to 20 years in prison for firing a warning shot at her abusive ex-husband. She claimed stand your ground, and they gave her 20 years in prison. Now, a few years ago, we had the whole Mike Vick situation. This man did 2 years in jail for killing dogs. And then recently, about a month ago, I did a video about a man named Willie Smith. They sentenced him to 50 years in prison for stealing a $30 pack of ribs, okay? Granted, he was a habitual thief. He was always stealing stuff. He looks like he has a drug problem, but he's never killed nobody. He's never seriously hurt nobody. But they gave him 50 years in prison for stealing ribs. On the other hand, you have Casey Anthony, who by all means, even if she did not kill her daughter, she should have been charged with the least negligence for not calling the police and letting them know that her daughter was missing for days. She said nothing. She didn't call the police, nothing. She just shrugged her shoulders and moved on with her life. And she was found innocent and was able to walk free. Now you have George Zimmerman, and he's just been found not guilty of taking Trayvon Martin's life. And this is why I say that you can run into somebody that you do not know, and they can change your life at a moment's notice. This young man literally lost his life because of assumptions. He assumed that George was there to attack him or do some type of harm to him, and naturally his defenses were up. And he beat the hell out of George. And in return, George shot him supposedly in self-defense because he was losing the fight. But from jump, George Zimmerman assumed that Trayvon was up to no good because he was black and he had on a hoodie. This whole situation really hurts just for the fact that you guys know I'm out here, I'm raising 2 black male children. And when kids can't even just be themselves and go out and go do them without the risk of somebody assuming that they're out here to rob or do something wrong, and then they end up losing their life, and then that person gets out, that bothers me. You know, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. Some people feel like he is not guilty and it was self-defense, and other people feel like he's guilty. What I will say is this. What does bother me about this whole case is the selective outrage. You know, we can all come together as a people and be upset about this one Hispanic, white man, whatever you want to call Zimmerman. I still look at him as a Hispanic. He doesn't look white to me at all, but, you know, whatever you want to call him. We can all come together as a people and get up in arms about this case and get upset about this case. Folks are on Twitter talking about rioting. People are trying to start a race war. People are saying, you know, kill all white people and, you know, everything else. But yet in our own community, you have black men out here killing black children. Where's the outrage when Tony Holden killed little Snoop for no damn reason other than a video game? Where's the outrage when young black kids are on the streets of Chicago with no qualms killing each other? Calling it Chirac. Every day I am sent stories from Chicago of young black men killing young black men. So it's a lot of dynamics that are bothering me about this whole situation. I'm trying not to cry. I'm trying to keep my emotions in check. But it's a lot of things that are bothering me about this whole situation. Was Zimmerman in the wrong? Absolutely. I feel he was in the wrong 100%. He had no business following that young man. He should have stayed in his damn place. But with that being said, we need to be upset about every killing. We need to be upset about every unjustified killing of a young black male or female, or any child for that matter. You know, I'm a very sensitive person, and y'all know I do stories about everybody. I don't just talk about things that affect the black community or just black children. When white kids get jumped, when white kids get hurt, come up missing, get molested, I go in just as well. I don't like to see any kid hurt or killed because you never know what that child's full potential could have been. Trayvon is dead at the age of 17. He could have been the next president. He could have been a lawyer. He could have been a doctor. But we'll never get to know that because he never got to reach his full potential. I think, well, what if I would have died at 17? I would have never reached my full potential. What if I'd have been killed when I was 8? I would have never reached my full potential. So it sickens me when I see any child lose their life, black, white, or other. The trending topics are really scary right now. As I'm talking, these are the #1 trending topics right now in the world. You got folks talking about killing black people. You got black people talking about killing white people. I'll say this. We need to stop letting the media gas our heads up, because if you go out there and you go take somebody's life who's done nothing to you based on this case, best believe CNN, H&L News, Fox News, and all them other bullshit-ass news outlets would not be there to put money on your books. They will not be there to bail you out of jail, and they damn sure won't be paying for your funeral if you fuck around and get killed. I have a lot of subscribers down in Florida, and I'm praying for y'all. I want y'all to be safe, and I want y'all to be smart. Do not let this case get you so outraged that you go out there and you go do something stupid. It's not worth it. Let's remember this boy's memory in a peaceful way. Don't go out there and do no BS and hurt somebody based on the whole Trayvon Martin situation. Don't stain that boy's name any more than it's been stained already by the media and by these trolls on the internet. You got folks bringing up his past, talking about him smoking weed, wearing gold teeth. So what? That don't negate shit. The little boy lost his life over an assumption. We've all been teenagers. We've all done stupid stuff. We've all followed dumb fads. So what? Half y'all judging him probably smoke weed or do worse. At the end of the day, this hurts, and this verdict needs to be a wake-up call. I feel like they let him off, and he got away with that stand your ground defense because now it can be implemented. What scares me about this whole situation is that I feel like now, anytime somebody's scared when they see a group of young black men, they can just shoot and claim stand your ground. Shortly after the whole Trayvon Martin situation, a kid and his friends were playing loud music. A white man was upset, told them to turn it down, some words were exchanged, and he shot one of them kids. And guess what he's claiming right now? Stand your ground. His trial is coming up in a few months, and I'll be watching that trial very closely as well. This shit is sick when you can take somebody's life and then just claim stand your ground. Now understand, if it's somebody breaking into your home, somebody about to hurt you and your immediate family, then I understand that. But you feeling some type of way on the street, there's too much room for error with that one. I run into crazy people all the time who stare at me, look at me funny. That does not give me the right to blast them away because I feel some type of way. If I'm uncomfortable with this situation, I get my ass up out that situation right there and then. You know, this whole situation is tragic. My heart goes out to his family. You know, not only have they had to bury their son, they've had to go through this whole entire trial, and then to see Zimmerman walk. I could only imagine what his parents are feeling right now. Matter of fact, here goes some of the tweets that they sent out. And I also feel bad for Rachel Gentile. You got people on the internet already blaming her. She has nothing to do with this. They were going to find him not guilty one way or another. I was talking about this the other day with my guy, and I told him, I said, I can honestly see Zimmerman walking. Because you could just cut the damn tension with a knife. And when I was reading the comments online and in the forums and on the blogs and things like that, and how people were breaking down the whole self-defense and how people just, you know, the way that people were feeling about it, I'm like, this man, there could be a very strong possibility this man could get off. But he was going to get off regardless, and I don't blame Rachel Gentile. She never wanted a part of the case from jump. You know, this whole situation is tragic, but we need to learn from this. We don't need to go out there and show out. We don't need to go out there and be violent. We don't need to go out there and kill anybody because of their race or their ethnicity. It's not that serious. There are white people in my timeline. There are white people on my Facebook page breaking down over this verdict. Upset. Just as much as the black folks are upset. But then you got white folks who are cool with the verdict and who agree with it, but don't get it twisted. There's some black people out here who are cool and agree with the verdict as well. Let's not make this a whole race debate. Let's not feed into the bullshit that the media is putting out there. The media is trying to start some mess. They're trying to start a war. They're trying to cause chaos and division. Is the justice system messed up? Yes. Does the justice system need to be fixed? Yes. Do I agree with this verdict? Hell no, I don't agree with this verdict. But I'm not about to go out there and go shoot nobody either. Because I have kids I got to think about. So I just want people to be smart. Don't let this verdict get you so upset that you go out there and do something stupid, that you go out there and you lose your life and now your family's burying you. Let's respect this young man's family, their privacy. Let's respect his memory. If we want to say what we want to say, let's do that. But let's say that in peace. Let's march in peace. Let's state everything in peace. We ain't got to be out here rioting and acting a fool. Let's show that we do have some restraint. And last but not least, I just want to stress again, let this not be the only case that you get upset about. Let's get upset whenever any child loses their life foolishly, over something stupid, over something petty. Let's hold human life to more of a value than animal life. If we can get up in arms and threaten the police and get upset about a dog getting shot on the street and make that video viral, let's get upset about all these kids out here from Chicago to New York to LA to New Orleans who are losing their life over nonsense. Let's get upset for every child out here. No child deserves to have their life cut short over some nonsense. So anyways, I don't want to make this video too long. Go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know your feelings on the whole Zimmerman verdict about him not being found guilty. Do you agree with the verdict? Do you disagree with the verdict? And how do you feel about the whole situation on Twitter with folks going back and forth, this whole potential race war that the media is trying to create? Let me know your thoughts on everything. All right. Deuces.